PSG versus Marseille prediction. A dream final. Paris Saint-Germain and Marseille will create the most anticipated Super Cup final in French football, where two historically significant powerhouses will face off in a clash of honor and competition. This is not just a battle for the early season title, but also a contest showcasing the status and ambitions of both teams. Entering this match, PSG is considered the favorite due to their consistent form and superior squad strength. However, Marseille has never been an easy opponent to overcome, especially in big, decisive matches. Given the nature of a final, where every mistake can be costly, the clash between PSG and Marseille promises to be tense, fierce, and full of emotion from the very first minutes. The Super Cup final between Paris Saint-Germain and Marseille promises to deliver a tense and dramatic atmosphere, true to the spirit of, and quote, Le Classique, end quote. This is not just a title contest at the start of the season, but also a test of the character and standing of the two biggest forces in French football at the moment, where every small detail can create a turning point. PSG enters this match in positive form after their 2-1 victory against Paris FC in Ligue 1. In that match, the capital team showed clear dominance, controlling 70% of the ball possession and launching 20 shots. These numbers reflect PSG and Oppo's effective attacking organization, high tempo, and proactive approach to the game, especially in controlling the game and constantly putting pressure on the opponent and Oppo's half. Not only strong in attack, PSG also shows considerable solidity in defense. In their last 6 matches, the capital team has only conceded 3 goals, demonstrating a high level of concentration and tactical discipline. With their superior ball control and defensive stability, PSG consistently suffocated their opponents with a possession-based style of play, minimizing their ability to retaliate. Conversely, Marseille entered the final after a defeat against Nantes in Ligue 1. However, Roberto De Zerbi and Oppo's team still demonstrated a clear strength in attack. In their last 6 matches, Marseille scored 12 goals, showing that their offense maintained its efficiency and ability to make a difference in attacking situations. However, Marseille and Oppo's biggest problem lies in their defense. Conceding 7 goals in the same period reflects a lack of solidity when facing teams capable of controlling the game. Against a PSG side superior in ball possession and constant pressure, Marseille will likely have to play with a lower defensive line and wait for opportunities from counterattacks. Considering their head-to-head record since February 2023, PSG holds a clear advantage. In their last 6 encounters, PSG has won 5 times, while Marseille has only managed 1 victory. Notably, PSG has scored 15 goals during this period, compared to just 2 for Marseille, highlighting a significant difference in attacking efficiency in direct matches. Nevertheless, Marseille still has reason to hope, as in their most recent Ligue 1 meeting on September 22, 2025, they secured a 1-0 victory at home. This result will undoubtedly provide a psychological advantage, allowing the Merseyside team to enter the final with high spirits. Considering factors such as squad quality, ball control, and consistent form, PSG is considered the favorite in this Super Cup final. The Paris Saint-Germain team is likely to take the initiative, creating constant pressure and looking to convert their advantage into goals. Marseille may pose some difficulties thanks to their counterattacking ability and fierce fighting spirit, but overthrowing PSG in a match where their opponent controls most of the game will be a very difficult challenge. Regarding team news, Paris Saint-Germain enters the Super Cup final with several injury absences, including Matvei Safonov, Kang-in Lee, and Quinton Jantu. However, these absences do not significantly affect PSG and Oppo's core squad, as the Paris Saint-Germain team maintains squad depth and suitable replacements for this decisive match. On the other hand, Marseille has no injury losses but suffers from the absence of Bilal Nadir and Arthur Vermeeren due to suspensions. The lack of these options will somewhat limit Marseille and Oppo's ability to rotate and adjust tactics. Regarding the expected lineup, PSG will most likely field Chevalier in goal. The defense will consist of Mendes, Pacho, Zabarnyi, and Emery. The midfield will feature Ruiz, Vitinha, Neves, and Mailou. aiming for ball control and game organization. In attack, Dembele and Doué are expected to be responsible for creating chances and leading the attack. On the Marseille side, Rulli will be in goal. The defense will consist of Pavard, Riley, Medina, and Weah. The midfield features Hojbjerg, Vermeeren, and Emerson, while the attack is a combination of Greenwood, Aubameyang, and Paiseo, aiming to capitalize on speed and finishing ability in counterattacks. In terms of form, PSG is showing high consistency leading up to the final. In their last 5 matches, the capital team has won 4 and drawn 1, scoring 10 goals and conceding only 4. These numbers reflect a balance between effective attacking ability and solid defense. Meanwhile, Marseille and Apos' form is slightly less consistent, with 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches, scoring 10 goals but conceding 5. Although their scoring efficiency is not inferior to their opponent, Marseille and Apos' defense has not yet achieved the necessary security. In terms of head-to-head history, PSG holds a clear advantage over Marseille in recent times. In the last 5 encounters between the two teams, PSG won all 5 matches, while Marseille failed to even manage a draw or a win. This superior head-to-head record gives PSG a significant psychological advantage going into the final, and further reinforces the fact that the capital team is considered the favorite in this highly prestigious clash. Regarding goal analysis, statistics clearly indicate that both teams are likely to score. Paris Saint-Germain has scored in 5 of their last 6 matches, demonstrating consistency in their attack. Conversely, Marseille has maintained a similar scoring record, finding the net in 7 of their last 9 matches. Notably, Marseille has also scored in 9 of their last 12 away games at the Velodrome. With these figures, the possibility of the final ending without either team keeping a clean sheet is entirely plausible based on the actual data. Furthermore, PSG and Apos' chances of scoring in the first half are also highly rated. Statistics show that PSG have scored at least 1 goal in the first half in 7 out of their last 9 encounters with Marseille across all competitions. Not only that, PSG have maintained this trend in 5 out of their last 6 matches, and in 3 out of their last 4 matches played on neutral ground. These figures reflect how PSG typically start proactively, applying early pressure and seeking an advantage from the first half. Considering the scenario of 3 or more goals, the data continues to support the possibility of an open game. In 6 out of the last 9 clashes between the two teams, at least 3 goals were scored. A similar trend is also evident in PSG and Apos' recent form, with 8 out of their last 11 matches ending with 3 or more goals. For Marseille, 6 out of their last 9 matches have seen at least 3 goals, and notably, 8 out of their last 9 away games have witnessed at least 3 goals. With such a high scoring rate, the likelihood of a high-scoring Super Cup final is very noteworthy. Regarding corner kick predictions, statistics show a moderate trend. In their last 5 matches, PSG took a total of 47 corner kicks, averaging 9.4 per game. Marseille had 41 corner kicks in the same number of matches, averaging 8.2 per game. However, considering only direct confrontations, the last 5 encounters between PSG and Marseille only recorded a total of 40 corner kicks, equivalent to an average of 8 per game. Based on these figures, the possibility of the match ending with fewer than 9 corner kicks is considered consistent with recent head-to-head trends. Regarding yellow card predictions, PSG received 18 yellow cards in their last 5 matches, averaging 3.6 cards per game, while Marseille received 13 yellow cards, averaging 2.6 cards per game. However, direct confrontations between the two teams have not seen as many cards. Specifically, in their last 5 encounters, the total number of yellow cards issued was only 12, averaging 2.4 cards per game. With this data, the scenario of the final ending with fewer than 3 yellow cards is considered quite likely. Based on the analysis of goals, corners, and yellow cards, the predicted score leans towards a victory for PSG. With their impressive head-to-head record, tactical flexibility, and high team cohesion under Luis Enrique, PSG is likely to win the French Super Cup by a narrow margin. Marseille is predicted to put up some resistance and score a consolation goal before narrowly losing. Predicted score: PSG 2-1 Marseille. The above is a complete analysis and prediction surrounding the Super Cup final between PSG and Marseille. Will PSG assert their dominance with another title? Or will Marseille create an upset in this match of great pride for French football? The answer will only be revealed after the intense play on the field. If you found this information helpful, Don and Appos, don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the Global Football Insight channel to stay updated on the latest news, insights, and in-depth analysis before top matches. Especially, leave your own score prediction in the comments to discuss, compare perspectives, and add to the atmosphere. Excitement builds before kickoff. Thank you for watching and see you in the next news update.